spring football is right around the corner for the United Football League Dallas Renegades, who will play their games this year at a refurbished Toyota Stadium in Frisco. Rick Neuheisel takes over for Bob Stoops as head coach of the Renegades, and I had a chance to sit down today with our own CBS Sports college football studio analyst to talk about a variety of topics. A slogan that I'm seeing out here is full throttle. Dallas Renegades, full throttle. How full throttle is Rick Neuheisel?
I am 100% ready to go 100 miles an hour is the way I feel. I got to coach in a league. We're all in this for the same thing, which is to chase the brass ring. Give it one more shot.
So it's been, 15 years since UCLA, a distinguished head coaching career, and even some time in the NFL with the Ravens.
That's right.
And you've been highly successful in your broadcasting career, CBS Sports, Sirius
They
XM.
keep inviting me back. The key still works, right?
So my question is, why? Is that coaching itch there for you?
You know, I did this in 2019 with the Alliance of American Football. They even want me with this particular league to keep my radio show. You said full throttle. I'm full riding in the morning and full throttling in the afternoon. And all of that's fun, but coach is coach. So when given this opportunity, and ironically, I'm the one who told Bob Stoops how much he was going to enjoy this. You're
full throttle, okay, and your Sirius XM college sports show is full ride.
That's right.
And you're coming full circle here when you go back to your
I thought you were going to say you're full
of. But full circle going back 40 years ago out of UCLA. And you played with the San Antonio Gunslingers in the United States Football League, which was...
We had a lot of big-time players in that league. Maybe my name wasn't among them, but there was Doug Flutie, there was Herschel Walker. There were a number of great players in that league. Maybe mine was in that afterthought. But you're right, full circle. Spring football is a wonderful thing.
I did my research on the old USFL, and I do think you matched up against Jim Kelly and the Houston Gamblers and Steve Young when he was with the LA Express.
That's right.
I don't think you ever went up against Donald Trump's New Jersey Generals featuring Herschel Walker and Doug Flutie.
Who ended up having an interesting career after that as well.
What's he doing now?
Donald didn't want to play the Gunslingers. He said, we don't know that guy Neuheisel. The heck with that. Yeah, exactly.
All right, and then shortly after USFL career, of course, here's the big Dallas tie-in.
Right.
Okay, I think you may have been going to law school at the time at UCLA, but you're also a GA.
When I became the volunteer coach to coach this kid who had transferred in from Oklahoma, I was going to law school. Go on the practice field, and there's this kid that had just transferred in. You may have heard of him. His last name was Aikman. Yeah. It took me about 2 days to watch him throwing on the field as we were going through the drills. And my job was to just get him ready for spring football. In those days, you couldn't transfer and play. And as I got him ready, I called my mom and dad. I said, what the hell's the matter with you two? I mean, how come I'm not like this guy? This guy throws it harder than I do. He's taller than I am. He's more handsome than I am. This is not a good deal. But Troy and I became fast friends, and as they say, the rest is history. Troy was magnificent and been magnificent ever since.
And it culminated at the Cotton Bowl as well, right here in Dallas.
Walking around with Troy Aikman in Dallas, because Dallas had the #1 pick at the time. It was like walking around with Elvis Presley. I mean, I'm like looking around, I go, do they know you're a dope? We still laugh about that dog and pony show that was the Troy Aikman Cotton Bowl experience. It was incredible. But what a career he's had, both with the Cowboys and the Super Bowls, and obviously the incredible broadcasting career.
Okay, I want you to put your CBS Sports hat on. And
on CBS.
Fernando Mendoza is going to be in town tomorrow night accepting the Davey O'Brien Award, which was won by Troy Aikman once upon a time.
Right.
What are I'm going to assume that the Las Vegas Raiders are going to draft Fernando Mendoza.
They have to, unless they trade out of the pick. But they have to.
What are they getting in Mendoza?
They're getting a little of everything that you look for in the perfect quarterback. I mean, he fits the uniform. He's a 6'5" kid. He obviously has arm talent to beat the band, having thrown countless balls to the wide side of the field. Remember, the hashes get moved in now, so all those balls to the wide side of the field that were perfectly placed for the back shoulder throws, those magnificent 3 receivers, they were perfect throws. I mean, if you were Robin Hood, you'd give him a 10.0 in terms of splitting the apple. I mean, he really, really can throw it. He's got great anticipation. He's a brilliant kid. He was going to Yale before Cal picked him up. And he says all the right things. So you're always looking, okay, what's wrong with this picture? Because nothing's perfect. And yet he's as close to perfect as you can find. And he's got a little chip on his shoulder because he wasn't necessarily a blue blood coming out of high school. So he knows what it's like to not be thought of as this unique guy. And he's got a little humility. So all of that sets himself up as a perfect number 1.
Indiana, what their football team did this year.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's not only, you can make the case that it's the greatest college football story ever, but you can put it up there with some of the best sports stories ever.
I think you're dead on. It is not just a football story, it's a sports story, but it's a perfect storm. College football is changing rapidly. The ability to take a bunch of players from one place to another, as Curt Cignetti did. He brought 13 kids from James Madison with him to Indiana. And I would argue those 13 guys are as responsible for this cataclysmic change of events, because Indiana was the losingest team in college football coming into this season. Now they've got a national championship, having gone 16-0.
One other college football question for you. What about Gary Patterson linked up with Lincoln Riley at USC now?
I tried to get Gary Patterson to come and coach with me at this deal. And he told me about the overtures from SC, and I said, well, I want what's best for you. But if it doesn't work out, I want you to come and hang out. And he was interested. But this is a great thing for Lincoln Riley. Gary Patterson is a X and O ball coach. I mean, he is blood and guts ball coach. You don't always know exactly what he's saying, but you know exactly what he means. And they will play much better defense than they've played in the past.
And finally, this Dallas Renegades team, what are you hoping to accomplish this season? What do you hope to get out of this season for your team?
The key with spring football is always the same. It's to get as many of these guys a chance to get to an NFL training camp as we can and let them show their wares. And then we want to make it fun for people who come out here in spring. This is not the NFL. It's not as expensive as the NFL. So you can bring your family and have fun. We get close to the action here in Toyota Stadium. I did it because I know it'll be fun. We have 2 rules here: work hard and laugh, and we will do both.
Rick Neuheisel's Dallas Renegade full throttle training camp starts on Thursday. Season opener in Frisco is March 28th.